Well, this is our last course that's officially laid out in this online class, and you may have just stepped right into course 12 because it just seems the most relevant to you, or you may have gone through the whole sequence of all 12 courses, and all of them do add up to each other. So if you've done them in order, you'll see that there's a progression, but if you've done them out of order, that's fine as well, because you're following your own what's right for you, and that is particularly true of course number 12. Some people have very rich spiritual relationships with belief systems, with entities, with angels, with experiences they've had, even with ETs, with the power of prayer, with the power of manifesting, and even in the process of going through a recovery process. Some people have had incredibly mystical and religious experiences that have really helped them through the situation. We'll just talk about a few of them for a moment so you can get a feel for it. So for some people, they may have been so traumatized, so abused, that they actually died and had a near-death experience or an after-death experience. And in the process of that, they met loving relatives, they met angels, they met the Christ, they met those individuals that were meaningful to them. They experienced the most amazing love, maybe even a life review, maybe even an understanding of the meaningfulness and the purposefulness of their life. And as a consequence, when they come back after these near-death experiences, they're also called after-death experiences, and they're resuscitated back into the body, the physical body. They've had very profound experiences. And perhaps you are one of those individuals. So that's what this course is talking to, is that you may not be able to tell anybody about this aspect of your abuse and trauma, because it may be that you, in a time when you were smacked out and unconscious, you went into a state like this, and that was transforming in your life. Other people might have experienced in a very dark and horrible time, locked in a closet, locked down in the basement, the presence of angels. They're the presence of some form of a spiritual rescuer that comforts and talks to them. Some individuals, maybe in their darkest, deepest time, have been able to pray and feel the connection with God, with angels, with spiritual entities that were profoundly able to soothe and help them in the hardest of times. Okay? So I could go on to a lot of these different variations of spiritual experiences. And likely, if you contact me, you're going to be telling me stories of your own that are quite profound. So we need to really recognize that these are profound. And not only are they profound, but they probably really helped you recover. So we're going to talk about these spiritual processes associated to recovery and allow you to own them, to be in them, to let them be part of you. We'll also talk about how for some people the situation totally tore their faith apart, and that's been devastating to them because it was once such a big part of who they were. So that's going to be the trails that we take in terms of talking about spirituality and the recovery process. Okay, let's get on with the course.